What's up guys, Hbox here. I wanted to make a video informing everyone of a recent situation that happened within the fighting game community. Of course, with all the talk that we recently have, discourse in terms of how to handle funds in the scene, how to raise money for the scene, it is never good when you have someone that decides to take advantage of a system or put it towards their own cause. Now, the situation still is developing and there's still a lot of information happening on both sides, but I wanted to, fill you in on what we know so far. So this is in regards to the program Matcherino and a tweet that Matcherino made. And basically it says, and it's not just an accusation, of course, Matcherino tweeted out, one of our community representatives, Arturo nycfurby, has broken our terms of service and betrayed the trust of players by mishandling prize pool funds. They are no longer associated with Matcherino and will not be allowed to organize events on Matcherino in the future. And of course, this is a big statement because nycfurby was a pretty big part of the FGC in terms of being one of the organizers for events. We have paid out the players affected, and we hope Arturo takes the appropriate steps to address what happened with the players and organizers that he worked with. So everyone sees this, and of course, all the replies are just like, "What is going on?" It doesn't seem like something he would do. This guy's been very community oriented for a very, very long time. I think even I interacted with him discussing monitors and stuff for Smash Bros. A few times on Twitter. Definitely one of the leading figures in the FGC community for growth. Arturo is nycfurby. Basically, some Smash events in the past have actually used Matcherino to raise funds, crowdsource them, but the FGC has more regularly used it. By utilizing the websites, organizers are able to raise additional funds for their events, usually granting a larger prize pool. It's similar to what we see with compendium shops, but can be scaled a bit easier for all events, and also be free for people looking to contribute and help out a tournament or scene. Thing is, Matcherino has yet to provide more context to this, and Arturo has released a statement we'll get to later in the video. But first, to try and figure out what happened, an FGC user by the name of D hosted an hour-long Twitter space here, as you can see. I have dabbled into it, but it's been summarized on Reddit, and what the Reddit thread said is that evidently it's a criminal amount, quote-unquote, of embezzlement and fraud. It's a big deal. And from what I'm understanding, it's been around $30,000 over the past few years from a few of my close sources in the FGC. And that's definitely fraud. It's definitely a amount of money far too big for anyone to get from it. From what I understand, he was probably skimming off the top. In other words, funds would go into Matcherino, and then he was paying himself in order to pay players, which is kind of doesn't make too much sense there. And of course, when you skim a few dollars off here and there, every payment over the course of a few years, that's going to add up into big, big numbers. Arturo is mostly known for being a long-standing member of the FGC, mostly being a tournament organizer and a broadcaster. He got his biggest start by being a part of Team Spooky, which he still represents to this day alongside esports team Beast Coast. He was such a big part of Team Spooky that Spooky had to put out a tweet himself after this happened to clarify and remind people that he's not Arturo, in case there was any confusion. Since then, however, Spooky has released Arturo officially from the roster in a tweet, of course, that came out on January the 3rd. I am releasing Arturo nycfurby Sanchez from Team Spooky. I wish him luck in his future endeavors. Simple and clean to the point. It took a bit for Arturo to release a statement since he was in and out of the hospital, but finally he said this on the matter on Twitter on December 30th. He said, Matcherino has been paid back in full. Payments were late to the players since I'm busy with real life stuff because of his father's death, which is why I haven't streamed and been on the grid. I apologize. Matcherino will confirm at a later date, hopefully tonight or tomorrow, that everything is paid back in full. This has been a massive misunderstanding, and I've been at the hospital all day, so I have not checked Twitter. I will say more details at a later date. Appreciate everyone who has not jumped the gun, and I look forward to making a statement with receipts later. Looking forward to hearing Matcherino absolve my name and confirming the statement is true. Already there becomes an instant he said, she said, or they said, and basically, while we go down, he's claiming it's a misunderstanding. He's got 6 months of receipts. I do doubt Matcherino as a company would make such a public statement if this was a short-going potential miscommunication. For Matcherino to make that big tweet, it speaks quite literally volumes. So, what happened was Arturo went live on his Twitch for nearly 2 hours on January 4th to respond to the allegations and explain his side of the story. The stream has since been removed from Twitch, but has backed up to YouTube from the community. And I have a link to the YouTube showing the full stream in the description below. And you guys need to watch this because there's a lot of what I would say damning evidence. But I'll give you the long and short because I am YouTubing for you. He claims Matcherino has been paid back for full, where obviously payments were late. You know, and with that stream, Arturo went on to listen and provide his feedback to a long Twitter space in regards to the stories and allegations. A lot of the stories discussed an issue with work ethic and extremely late payments from Arturo. So, with this stream, an hour into the stream, he starts a voice chat with Rob TV to discuss the ongoing issues. During the discussion, Arturo claims that the money was never paid out. It's sitting in the Matcherino account and not with Arturo personally, which is obviously a huge issue because it means he did not take the money personally. People have been under the impression that Arturo had the money, but he's unable to prove this because his Matcherino account has been disabled. Arturo proved this on a stream too, that he's unable to log into Matcherino because his account's been banned. In doing some more research, people in the comments of the archived stream mentioned that there are inconsistencies in this discussion. Earlier in the stream, Arturo mentioned that he doesn't like the money sitting in the Matcherino account because it will get backlogged. So instead, he pays himself then to pay out the players later. HYC Craft, the person who uploaded the stream, says that there is no Matcherino account and that this is a lie. Art says Matcherino takes 30 days to pay out the winners, which it evidently does not. Arturo would himself enter as the first, second, and third place entries, or even up to all of top 8 if the event paid out as such. So he put himself as placements 1 through 8 to receive the money, which he then supposedly would give to the players afterwards. But, you know, it does scream Office Space to me just a little bit. Anyway. If you want more information on the stream, JD_FTC on Twitter wrote full notes on everything linked in the description. Further discussion of this is corroborated in a stream from Bum. Yeah, that's the Bum from the Melee and Brawl scenes in Smash Bros., the DK player, where he discusses how he found Matcherino to be legit and shows how easy it is to find people on Matcherino. So if this is the case, why would Art need to put himself in all the placements to receive the money on his own first? If you want my opinion on this, now that I've filled you in as much as I could, this is a big smoking gun. I've been a tournament organizer too. I have always, if it ever came to be, PayPal people directly with money that goes into my PayPal and then to the players. I usually set up a tournament with Start GG, like Overlords. We don't use Matcherino, but you can see the money going straight into the PayPal and see the money straight going out of PayPal. It's all right there. All the receipts are there and very cut and dry. And Matcherino, a platform meant to simplify payments to players, wouldn't have an extra obstacle in the middle of it. That wouldn't make much sense. It wouldn't require you to pay yourself and then pay someone through your own personal account to do it. So me personally being in the scene, this does not look good to me at all for Arturo. This does not look like the work of a professional. And if there was a person trying to skim money off the top of individual payments over the past few years, this is the method in which he would do it. However, I have to also wait for more information to come out here. I understand maybe there's more to it. Always two sides of a story. I understand that. But I did listen to the live stream myself on Twitch, the one that is in the description. And it's just, at certain times, nycfurby even says, I get why this would look really, really bad, as if he's trying to sort of put a defense himself during Among Us or in Mafia. You know, suspicious is definitely the word that comes to mind here. But I encourage everyone here to give it a look for yourselves. Hear it, listen to it, see what the community is talking about, give your own voice on Twitter, because if this is actually what happened and there is foul play, we cannot stand for this at all as a community, given the amount of how limited funds already are for the FGC grassroots scenes. So I'm just reporting on it, and as soon as more information comes through, I'll let you know. But as of right now, it does seem that Arturo is being, in this case, very much painted by the community as a thief. But painted might be the wrong word. If he's actually doing it, then it simply means he is a thief and committing a crime. Let's wait and see. It's a shitty situation for everyone involved, and if you're part of the FGC, I think you know how important it is to make sure money and funds are allocated transparently and efficiently through the proper sources of money. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I hope to give you an update on this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you're part of the scene and you have a story about, you know, foul play with money or funds being handled, let me know in the comments below, because that's got to be heard too by everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.